again with another video.
We back again with another one, and this time we're switching it up. This time we're talking about the Bloodline.
We ain't talking about Bloodline 2.0. No. We're talking about OG Bloodline.
We're talking about the original Bloodline because a lot of people seem confused on this Roman Reigns. So many people are confused on why isn't he talking. So many people are confused on when is Roman Reigns going to get back up? When is he going to get help? When is Paul Heyman coming? It's like, it's so many questions, but you really, if you want to be honest and you look at all of this, you got to rewind it back.
We got to rewind it back, and also we got to rewind this back for the people that are also new to this, that are saying that Solo and his bloodline are the original bloodline.
No. Solo wasn't even on the main roster.
No. Solo wasn't even thought of yet, even on the main roster.
No, he was not.
So tonight, we're going to take it back. Just rewind people and take it back and show you who the real bloodline really is tonight.
Because if you want to be honest, this started, what, in 2020? Of 2020, Roman Reigns already became this big old heel. He became this heel. He was with Paul Heyman. But this was the thing. We did not know what this Roman Reigns was going to be capable of. And
the crazy part about this is this Roman Reigns, it would be, yesterday literally was the anniversary of 4 years that Roman Reigns returned at SummerSlam.
And he
As a heel.
Something that everyone wanted for the longest.
People wanted it and they were like, we finally got it. But I hope it was worth it. Oh, trust me.
It was worth it.
It was worth it.
It was worth it to what we got now.
Roman Reigns would just become a menace to everything.
Exactly. Man, like that t-shirt was saying, wreck everyone and leave. Well, he was wrecking.
Roman Reigns did the impossible. He teamed up with Paul Heyman. We saw Paul Heyman on that episode of Friday Night SmackDown.
Which was a shocker. It was a shocker. Like, wait a minute. Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman? Huh? But something good was going to come out of it.
Because Adam Pearce wanted Roman Reigns to sign the contract right here and there.
For the championship match.
To be in that triple threat match.
For back where there was Payback.
Yeah, for Payback.
Payback.
And he did not sign it on time. He waited. And people wondered, why did Roman wait?
Man, Roman Reigns waited at the right time, not the wrong time. He waited at the right time. The right time where these two men are tired. They are beat out. They done beat the hell out of each other. Roman Reigns looked at it. Perfect. I'm going to come right there. I'm going to sign my name on it. And I'm finna go and win this match. And he did just that.
Roman Reigns would take over as the Universal Champion.
A belt he never really lost. For some of you out there that really didn't know that.
Yeah, if you did not know this, Roman Reigns never did actually lose the Universal Championship.
He never lost it. You guys, you know, he had to relinquish. And once he relinquished and came back, you know, the draft came around and Roman Reigns was sent to SmackDown.
So in this case, Roman would literally have the Universal Championship. And Roman would kind of become this new heel. This new character.
This new heel who was just dressed in like a mafia type of vibe.
He gave you mafia type of vibe.
Like Italian mafia vibes. That's exactly what he gave. And, you know, we wanted to know, okay, what's the meaning behind all of this? Until, boom, one person and one person only. Jey.
Man, Jeyuso, before he even got a huge name, he was just Jeyuso.
Jeyuso.
But if you guys remember very correctly, remember, during the pandemic, there was a triple threat tag team match and a ladder match at WrestleMania, Pandemic WrestleMania.
And both of them couldn't fight.
No.
Around that time, you had to choose one. And, you know, and Jimmy took that.
Jimmy took the role on competing in that match.
And he almost won it, but then he ended up hurting his leg.
he would mess up his ACL really bad.
And was out for a year. So within a year, you had to realize, what can we do with Jey? Roman Reigns is popping right now. We can put him in the storyline with his cousin. And
boom.
It was perfect. But if you kind of look at it how it went, things with Jey and Roman kind of went downhill when Jey won that match to go up against Roman Reigns.
And things did not go as well as planned for Jeyuso.
Jey thought he had it in the bag, but it's like as time went by, Jey started to see a different Roman Reigns.
And in this case, Jey thought that, oh, this is just funny. This is just me and Uso just doing what we... No, it's not.
No, this was a whole nother Roman Reigns. This was the man who wanted everyone to acknowledge him.
Including his own family. And Jeyuso was going to be the first to acknowledge him. Roman Reigns had to beat the hell out of Jey
just for him to acknowledge him. Man, you thought the first match was enough. You thought the first match was enough. No, the second match came in. We thought that was enough. No, it wasn't. And then, boom, you got Hell in the Cell.
And I know some of you guys are probably saying, no, the first match with Jey and Roman was at SummerSlam when Jimmy came. No, it was not.
No, the first match was Pandemic. What that was Clash of Champions.
Mm-hmm.
Clash of Champions.
Clash of Champions was the first match. And then by God, how can we not forget about Hell in the Cell?
Man, Clash of Champions. Man, Roman was beating the hell out of Jey. We kind of got to see right then and there, could Jey hang in the ring with Roman? And from my perspective of it, what I saw, I was like, oh no.
It was just a massacre. Then he would whoop Jey again at Hell in the Cell.
But he had to raise the stakes. Because that Friday before that match, you know, they used the twin magic. Jey got a little backup from Jimmy. And they played Roman. Roman didn't like it. So Roman laid out consequences.
And the crazy part about this is, Roman said, you will acknowledge me. But when you kind of think about it, Jimmy Uso really never acknowledged Roman Reigns to this day. When you think about that?
Well, you remember when he kept telling Jimmy to acknowledge him, and you remember Jey kept saying, I did. You remember? Because you guys remember Jey was knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy acknowledged him and said, you the chief, just leave him alone. But that wasn't enough for Roman.
No.
Roman wanted to hear it come out of your mouth. In his face. Face to face. That is what Roman wanted. So if you want to be honest, Jimmy was really a big old sacrifice in this. Because Roman Reigns knew, if I'm going to do this whole bloodline thing, I got to do it the right way. And just me and Jey is not going to cut it.
No.
So what happens? Roman Reigns bangs back Jimmy. Jimmy and Jey bump heads. Jimmy and Roman got into it. It was so much that was going on between these three. It was crazy.
And Roman would play the victim card every time. Like, is this really what this is about?
Then he was talking about, you want to fight me? All this stuff. So it's like, you want to be honest, you look at all these clips, you be like, Jimmy was really kind of a sacrifice. Because let's be honest, if Jimmy didn't get in Hell in the Cell, we know Jey wasn't going to tap out.
Jey was not going to tap out.
And this is the thing. Roman used Jimmy. Used Jimmy like it was nothing. Just so Jey could say, I quit. And right then and there, once he won that match, both twins are left in the ring, and you look at Roman Reigns, once his late dad and late uncle put that uniform around his neck. Jimmy and Jey knew right then and there things was about to change for good.
When they literally awarded him the Eulafala, everyone was wondering, what in the world is happening now? What is Roman doing?
Exactly. It's like, I wondered, because I was like, okay, you got gifted with something?
And out of nowhere, you hear what this is actually about. This is about power.
Owning everything.
Owning everything. And just when we thought, oh, it's a stupid necklace. Yeah, he's just being that stupid necklace is not just more than just no stupid necklace.
No. It gave Roman so much power to the point where he started treating any and everyone bad that came his way. Like literally, it was there. Hell, Jimmy was helping out. Roman Reigns didn't like it.
No.
Roman, it's like so much stuff you tried to do to help Roman. Roman didn't like it. Roman felt like he is the chief. He's the head of the table. If I don't like it, I just don't like it. Mm-hmm. And you saw so many stages with this whole tribal chief character. It took to the point where Jey left. Jey came back. Roman played this card very, very well because he ended up putting all three of them together. And once all three of them got together, SmackDown changed.
The whole landscape.
The whole landscape of SmackDown changed. Because once the Usos won those tag team titles from Rey and Dominic, nothing else was said no more.
It was up from there. Literally. Roman literally thought that we can change the whole landscape. We just need to become double champions.
Man, Roman kind of made it very clear. He said he can be champion as long as he wants to. He right.
He was right about that. There you go. Ding, ding, ding. That's one. Right there. He held the title for 1,000-some days.
That's 4 years.
That's 4 years in the making.
4 years.
The Usos would win tag team gold. In order for the Usos to get serious again, Roman had to literally put them back in check and let them know who they really were. That's another thing. So when you look at everything that was going on, people literally say that, oh, this whole bloodline thing, it seems so new to me. Well, you need to look back at the basics. You need to rewind everything and think about all that you need to look at. That's another thing.
Like literally, you have to, because if you don't, then this whole bloodline storyline now it wouldn't make sense.
It wouldn't make sense to you at all.
You would have to literally been watching to understand why it's at where it's at now. Because if you look at it, you look at how Roman Reigns, the Usos, before Jimmy, you had Roman Reigns, the Usos, and the wise man special counsel,
Paul Heyman.
You had these men were running WWE. They were running SmackDown like it was nothing. Popping up on Mondays.
Beating the hell out of people on Mondays.
Because they wanted to.
Literally, the Usos had the whole tag team division on lockdown. Hostages, in this case, for real. Holding the tag team hostages, doing everything that they wanted to do.
Exactly. Because nobody stopped them.
No one. Not no one. So when people look at this new bloodline of Solosikoa, they're like, oh, this must be the original bloodline.
No. This is a crumbled up bloodline. And you see what I'm saying? This is a crumbled up bloodline. The original bloodline is the one that held all the gold. Roman Reigns was already Universal Champion. WrestleMania 38. Roman Reigns took the belt off of Brock Lesnar to become the undisputed champion. So that means him holding 2 belts.
But that wasn't enough. I have 2 belts. My cousin needs 2 belts. So he tells the Usos, he tells his cousins, go get the Raw Tag Team titles. Unify them.
And they had that match that Friday. I mean, that match was good and all, but everybody saw it when Roman made his way in the match.
Everybody saw what happened. Yeah, Matt Riddle fell crashing, burning down, and everything.
Yeah.
And then Matt Riddle would get the stomping of his life by Roman right after that.
He did. Man, it wasn't even really no celebration.
Oh, it was a celebration. It was him stumping Matt Riddle in the ground. That was the celebration.
But yeah, it's like the original Bloodline was holding SmackDown. Yes, they had the tag team titles, but they were defending them. Yes, they were. They was getting defended back to back by either tag team on SmackDown or Raw. It didn't matter. So it's like when you look at the original Bloodline, you look at it and be like, this is the best group ever. Family faction. Can't no other faction in the WWE say they have did something like this, because they haven't. But then as time went by, cracks got in the Bloodline.
Things started changing in the Bloodline.
Things changed when Sami made his way in.
And you guys know, Sami Zayn literally begged the Bloodline multiple times, could he do something for them?
Exactly, because things wasn't going Sami way around that time.
Sami was in a very dark place in the WWE, so Sami had to find something to do. He gets involved in a whole Bloodline saga.
Exactly, and let's clear this up. Roman Reigns, the Usos, never put him in the Bloodline.
No.
They didn't do anything. It was just a joke of having him around. They got a laugh out of him.
Basically, they laughed at that one kid that wants to be in this group so bad. We'll pretend he's in this group, but we know he's not in this group.
Exactly. So it's like every Friday you would see Sami showing up. To the point where Sami even started wearing a Bloodline shirt. He's not even a member of the Bloodline.
That OG black Bloodline shirt is what Sami wore every time to the ring. Literally. It's like Sami really thought that he was actually part of this, but it was just that manipulation the whole entire time.
Yeah, so it's like, I think Roman Reigns kind of like, you know what? Put him in. Yeah, so he's in the Bloodline, right? What is Sami position in the Bloodline? Sami never had a position. Sami Zayn was just what Jimmy named him.
An honorary Uso.
That was it.
And for y'all over here thinking, oh, but yeah, Jey was cool with Sami in the no, he was not.
Never.
Jey was never feeling Sami at all in OG Bloodline.
He felt like Sami did not deserve to be in his family. He don't know why he was near his family. He don't know why he was cool with his brother. He didn't like it, not one bit.
And if you fast forward now and look at it now, look at Jey and Sami now. There's still cracks in there.
Yeah.
So in this case, no, they never did like each other. Jimmy was the one that really kind of came to Roman and said, let's make him an honorary Uso. They made him an honorary Uso.
Gave him a t-shirt and everything. So you got to see a different Sami Zayn being around in the Bloodline. But this was the thing. So much came with being in the Bloodline. See, Sami knew what he was doing the entire time. Sami Zayn knew that the way things go, he see everything, so he's going to do his best to break this family up. And let's be honest, Sami did that. Sami is the one that broke up the Bloodline. When everybody sit up there and be like, Roman and all this did everything else, no. It is Sami. Sami broke up the family faction. Solo just finished it.
Solo finished it all off. And speaking of Solo came literally at Clash at the Castle.
In Drew's hometown.
And
cost him the opportunity.
So that's when Solo played a picture in all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Solo didn't even have a role.
He have no role.
He was sent by the elders.
He was an enforcer.
An enforcer. Mind you, keyword, take that word enforcer. That's what Solo was.
An enforcer. You look at Jacob, that is what Jacob is now.
Yeah. You get the bigger picture now, you're starting to see it. Yeah. So in this case, Solo really never had a role in none of the Bloodline at all.
None whatsoever. I remember what Solo cutting one promo with the Bloodline, that was it. You didn't hear him talk no more after that. So it's like when you look at it, Sami Zayn, yes, he's the one that broke the family in pieces. He broke it in pieces. Yes, Roman Reigns maybe was doing this, doing that, but it's Roman Reigns. And Sami knew what he was getting himself into when he aligned himself with the Bloodline. He knew what Roman Reigns was about.
He knew that dirty work had to be done. And Sami did not want to get his hands dirty at all.
See, the thing was, all of it got too personal for Sami once everybody started beating up Kevin.
Once they started beating up on Kevin, remember, Sami and Kevin are good friends. They're enemies and friends.
Exactly.
But when they started beating up on Kevin, remember, Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns had a huge match at the Royal Rumble for the Universal Championship.
Exactly. And backstage, Roman Reigns said, "You gonna be out there with me, and I'm gonna show you the way."
But then another thing too as well, before we even say that part, remember, Sami Zayn had to really test his loyalty with the Bloodline in War Games.
In War Games. Because you remember, he sacrificed Kevin.
He sacrificed Kevin Owens. Yes, he did.
Just to be a part of the Bloodline. Just to be a part of this family faction that he knew deep down he was going to break in half.
So in this case, Royal Rumble rolls around. Sami Zayn is already walking on eggshells. He's already seeing the Bloodline beat up Kevin Owens every other week or whatever.
Yeah.
Jimmy and Jay interfering in the match saying, "We got you, don't worry, we got this," or whatever. Sami didn't want to do nothing of that.
So it's like when things got too hot, too heavy, too personal, Sami wanted to back out. But Sami should have realized, you aligned yourself with this family. They didn't need you. They didn't ask for you.
And mind you, Sami Zayn was also still talking to Kevin Owens too as well, while Jeyuso was right over here in the corner, listening to every little word.
Mm-hmm.
Sami Zayn lied.
And then, when you look at Sami, you be like, damn, Sami, you kind of is the reason why the Bloodline went down the drain. Paul even mentioned it. Paul said that Sami wanted everything. And yes, he did. What did Sami do? Sami took it upon himself to take the championships away from Jimmy and Jey.
All of them. Just like that. And then, what would that do? That would cause friction in the Bloodline because Roman would find out. After Roman would defeat Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 39.
And he realizes something. The twins don't have no gold.
No.
What happened? Look what happened.
Look at that crack.
It's like things got a little bit shaky after the Usos lost their belts because Roman Reigns started mistreating them and everything. He didn't want them around. He didn't want them around.
No.
No, he did not. He didn't want them around not one bit. So the Usos distanced themselves. But then again, Roman Reigns realized what was going to happen once the Usos kind of step up out of the Bloodline. Once they step up out of the Bloodline, they're going to be on their own. They're going to be good on their own. So Roman Reigns wanted to break them up. Get them away from each other. And it worked.
It worked. It did work. For a short little period of time.
Yeah. It ain't stay that long forever.
No, it did not.
Because out of nowhere, they both left. They ended up having to fight Roman and Solo. We saw a repeat of Jey pinning Roman at Money in the Bank. The Usos basically defeated Roman Reigns and Solosikoa.
Roman Reigns would get his jaw rocked around the world in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, super kick.
By Jimmy Uso. Jim Uso. Himself.
And then, on down the line, you guys know, Jimmy got hurt. Again. And Jey, we'll see how this goes. Jey takes it upon himself and decides to go after Roman Reigns for a title opportunity. Tribal Comeback. SummerSlam. When Jey thought he had it, Jimmy wasn't having it.
And you see, this is the point that everybody's gonna be like, yeah, jealous Jim. Jimmy is the one that basically that took away all of Jay's success. Well, hold up now. No, he didn't. No. Because we say this all the time. If it wasn't for Jimmy not getting hurt, Jay wouldn't be getting none of this.
We wouldn't be seeing no yeet.
No.
You wouldn't see no, it's just me. You wouldn't, man, you would just be seeing a regular Jeyuso. Because main event Jeyuso came from Roman Reigns during the pandemic time. He had to get Jay to level up some type of way.
And he had to give him a name. Like, you're going to be main event Jeyuso.
Yep.
He takes that name, he runs with it. Just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
So, Jay does what Jay does best. Jay got the opportunity. Jimmy wasn't having it. Jimmy stopped him from becoming what Roman is. Because if you guys look at it, Roman, with that youth, Roman was on a whole nother level. Couldn't nobody stop him.
It was God mode in every mode, legacy mode in every, GOAT mode in everything.
Levels above. He made it very clear.
And this is the thing. Yeah, Jimmy stopped all of that. Literally stopped everything for Jay. Yeah, it did. It even took Jay to a dark place.
And it got to the point where people was thinking, oh, Jimmy jealous of Jay and all of this. There was a reason behind it. Look at what it's done to Solo. Look at it. See, if Jimmy didn't stop this, what Solo is would be what his Jay is.
Think about that. Think about that for a moment. Look at Solo. Look at Solo now. His delusional ass. Look at Solo delusional ass and tell me this one thing. What do you see in him that you think that looks like Roman Reigns? Nothing.
The only thing we see what Solo is doing, everything Roman Reigns did as a tribal chief, it rubbed off on Solo.
It did.
It rubbed off on Solo. So yes, Solo wants power. Solo wants people to acknowledge him. Solo wants it all. Solo feels like he's going to take it all. He don't care how. So it's like when you look at it, yes, Roman Reigns, the way his villain ways rubbed off on Solo. But you look at it though, you got Bloodline. The original tribal chief makes his way back. Right now, everybody is questioning this new Roman Reigns because what is he? Right now, only thing we can say is this Roman Reigns, he's the tribal chief. He's the original tribal chief. We can't automatically call him the tribal chief yet until he get your follow back in his hand. But when Roman Reigns get your follow back in his hand, what does that mean then?
Oh, well, we already know what that means. Roman gets that follow back in his hand. That means everything is coming back to reality. Like, I'm the chief, you're nothing. Get off the island. That's it. That means Roman Reigns, but this is the thing. With Roman Reigns, is this whole face thing, is this nothing but like something to take us off the picture of who Roman Reigns really is? Like, if he actually put that follow back on, is he turning back into the monster that he really was?
I think if he get it and put it back on, I don't think he's going to turn back heel. I just really think we're going to see the good in Roman, but it's due to the fact once he takes it back, Solo and them going to want all the revenge there is.
The revenge is going to be sweet, but this is the thing. It's not going to be that sweet for Solo. It's going to be sweet for Roman and the original bloodline. Solo's bloodline is going to disappear. They're going to fall away. Just like that.
Yeah. So when you look at this, guys, you look at Roman Reigns now. Yes, we can say that's Roman Reigns. Is this Roman Reigns giving big dog vibes? Yes, he is. Because big dog Roman Reigns used to come out by himself, get the job done, leave him hanging.
That's it.
And that's kind of for the past 2 weeks, that is what Roman Reigns been doing.
So it kind of got you wondering, is this OTC like a level above, upgraded version of the big dog? I mean, it gives that.
It gives that all the way. It's like, I don't see the Roman Reigns I saw like months ago.
No.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, you still see this Roman Reigns and him yelling at you when he knocking you down. That's not going away.
That's never going away. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, because once he put Tama Tonga on the ground, he was yelling at him and everything. So it's like, that's not going away.
So that's one thing about Roman Reigns. The yelling is not going away. No, it's not. No time soon at all. But this is the thing. When Roman does get that you will follow, we see a different Roman Reigns. We don't see the same Roman Reigns that we saw with the championships, the yelling, the manipulation and all that. No.
Because right now, people set up here for this whole War Games. War Games is coming up. Yes, it is. And, wait, is Canada? And War Games going to be in Canada?
Yeah, Canada.
Going to be in Canada? Okay. War Games going to be in Canada this year. So for War Games, Bloodline, right? In order to get Roman Reigns' Bloodline up and going, Roman Reigns has to apologize to the twins. Do he got to apologize? He don't have to apologize to Sammy because he ain't do a damn thing to Sammy.
And a lot of people are saying, literally, oh, he owes Sammy an apology. No, he doesn't.
He don't owe Sammy anything because that was Sammy's fault.
Nobody pointed a gun at Sammy's head and told him join the Bloodline. No, they didn't do that. So this Roman Reigns, you're gonna see a whole different Roman Reigns.
This is kind of a leveled up all the way Roman Reigns that I am excited to see. But in order for us to get the original Bloodline, you guys to make amends with Jimmy and Jay. These two guys to get back on the same page. And if anything, I think these two will reunite before getting back in with Roman Reigns. Because it's like, when these two are up and going back again, who's going to who? Do the twins go to Roman or do Roman go to the twins? Me personally, I kind of feel like Roman needs to go to the twins.
It's kind of written there.
Because if it wasn't for the twins, Roman Reigns wouldn't kept his title that long.
Without the twins, you wouldn't be seeing them basically saving his match every single time.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah. The Usos were kind of the reason why he stayed champion.
Without them twins, Brock Lesnar probably would have walked out of SummerSlam in that last man standing match.
Yeah, he would have.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but, Theory came.
I know with this Theory, he failed. Theory failed.
But it's like, you have to get everyone back together to take down Solo. And in order to do that, these three got to be on the same page again. The first time they all got back on the same page, it was because of Roman. Roman put them back together.
Yep.
This time around, I don't know if Roman is going to put them back together this time, or is it just going to become to the point where all three of them are going to come to each other?
I think all three of them should come to each other, for real. When you think about it. Either he goes to the twins, or all three of them just come together. Something's got to give. Something got to give because this Roman Reigns, he can't do everything. Don't get me wrong, he can't do everything. And no offense to Solo's army right now, you know, hey, they're kind of taking this away from. They're trying to gain some points right now.
Yeah, it's still horrible.
The points is still not going nowhere, boys. No. It's not.
No, that's why I also made it very clear. Those tag team titles got to come off of them.
So this is the thing. Will Roman Reigns and the Usos, will they reunite again? Yes, they will.
How would they reunite? How would you put these three back together? Because when these three men are together, they're unstoppable.
And another thing too as well, comment down below and tell us, how would you put Roman Reigns and the Usos back together?
Exactly. Would you do it at a PLE? Or would you do it just on a random show, either Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown? Because let's throw it out here once again. Roman Reigns is a free agent. He can go on Monday or Friday. Jimmy is a free agent. He can go on Monday or Fridays. So, it's like you look at it now, after since Jay is going after the IC title at the moment, you know, we'll see what goes from there. Because like I told him, man, I don't want to see
Braun Breaker destroying Jeyuso.
I don't want to see it.
But that's a story for another time.
I don't want to see it. I don't. But if anything, though, in order for them to get together, they got to apologize. But first, the twins got to make amends with each other first.
Yeah, they do.
Because everyone kept saying Jay was this, Jay was that. Everyone kept saying Jimmy was this, Jimmy was that. People kept saying Jimmy was jealous. People were saying that Jay is overhyped. So it's like, when these two need each other, if you look at it. With them two together, they are the best theusos. Them being separate right now
are horrible.
Horrible.
They are horrible.
Very.
But folks, in the upcoming weeks, make sure y'all stay tuned because this is getting good. This is not stopping no time soon.
No, man, this thing is cooking. And it is cooking very good. And I am waiting. Like literally on every part of it because it seems like it's going to be good.
But you guys make sure down below. Tell us what you think. How would you put the Usos and Roman Reigns back together?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you actually think about Solo's Bloodline and Jacob Fatu being the enforcer? Personal enforcer?
Please tell us, was that really just a big mistake? I think it was a big old mistake.
So like I said, guys, make sure y'all stay tuned in because we're not going nowhere anytime soon. We're not. And by the way, put the ones up if you're the original OG Bloodline supporters.
Yeah.
Don't put them twos up if you new to this.
Yeah, because if you new and you cheering on Solo and his Bloodline, take several seats. Take several seats. All of this started back in 2020.
We hope we broke this down for y'all a little bit better. Just letting you know. Solo was never no damn leader of no Bloodline.
No.
Never was.
No. He stepped there like a statue.
He was a lackey. That is basically what he was.
Who did the work when Roman needed him to do the work?
Hell, not even work. Hell, Solo was the worst enforcer of them all.
He barely did anything. Half of the time, he just stand there.
That's basically it. So, we hope we cleared some of this up. No, Solo was not the leader of the Bloodline. No, Solo never did touch the Universal Championship. And he's damn sure not no tribal chief. So,
or head of the table.
Or head of the table. No OTC. No nothing. He is just a delusional man who thinks he is a tribal chief. That is it.
That is it. And no. And Roman Reigns is going to prove to him why he should have stayed in his place a long time ago.
And we may see that at Bad Blood. I'm just saying. The Battle of the Euler happens at Bad Blood. We see it.
It's written there.
But
we just wanted to get on here and break this down to you guys. And we will see you guys this upcoming week. Peace.